Good morning and welcome to Australia. Today I'm going to be looking at the new game Dinkum and giving you some tips and tricks that I learned and my first impressions. Okay, so my first tip is when you go speak to somebody, before you do any business with them, like here ordering from the catalog, click on I want to chat and either just talk to them or if you have time, hit the chat option again, ask them if they need anything. 3 gumwood plank. Let's say I'll do it. And I think I have some of those, so I don't even have to go do that little task. The reason I say to do that before you do any business with them is because sometimes you'll have some of the things that they want on your person. And like with John, sometimes, sorry, just trying to concentrate on that. Sometimes I'll like sell him a bug and then ask him if he needs anything, and he'll ask me for the bug I just sold him. So this is a way to avoid doing that, saving a little bit of time. And then when you get it, you just hit the chat option again, and the this is for you option. And then you can take care of it. So you get hearts for this, but you also get cool little things like crafting recipes. So let me get my watering can out and do some watering before I start talking anymore. So I was so busy doing other things in this game that I really have, oh, my carrots are ready. I really have been slacking on my farming. I want to mention about this, when you click the harvest button, you still have to pick everything up off the ground. It doesn't just go straight into your inventory. Yeah, so you can't farm until you obviously get the farming license, which I'll talk about licenses if you're not familiar yet, but also a woman named Rain has to visit the island, and you have to buy your hoe and your watering can and your seeds from her. Otherwise, you can't start farming until then. And I don't know if I missed her or what, but when I first did this, I think I didn't see her until the end of summer. I don't know why. Alright, I was going to put them inside with my food, but I'll just put some of them here. This is like my mining and farming chest. I'll put a few more in there. Yeah, so also with farming, make sure to fence in your crops. I didn't do that great a job fencing this in, and I expanded and forgot to put a new fence, but nothing has eaten my crops yet, so I feel a little lucky. In fact, Theodore, the museum guy, I found him watering my plants one night. It's really weird. Okay, here's Rain. This is the woman that sells you the farming things. I think I'll just chat with her for now. I don't really want to take on any quests. Okay, so this is Fletch, where you get all your licenses from and everything. So to start farming, you'd have to buy your license from her and then, see your rain. Oh, also, let me just talk to Fletch real quick. There was something I wanted to tell you. I'll just talk. Oh. So bush limes are her favorite. I didn't know that. I've been giving her apples when she asks for food. So about fences, I wanted to tell you. You need, I think it's called Spinifex tuft. And I wanted to show you where it is. It's in the light green areas. So the tropics. I'm just going to head over that way. Show you where it is because I found it by accident and I couldn't figure out where I had gotten it. So, I think there's some. Here it is. It looks a little bit like grass, but it's not quite grass. And you can get it with a scythe or an axe. And this makes a tuft. And then you take that back to your campfire or your barbecue if you bought it. And actually, I don't have a barbecue, so I don't know if it will work on a barbecue, but take it back to your campfire and it burns in like 2 seconds. And it gives you the resin that you need to make the fences. Also, be careful when inserting things into the fire. You have to get pretty close up to it for the insert button to work. See how, like, I had it. It's highlighted, but it doesn't say insert yet, so you got to get a little closer. But if you get too close, you catch yourself on fire. And that is why my campfire is right next to the water. And that's the resin that you need to make the fences with. Just throw that in here. So my town looks pretty bad because I didn't really plan it out. I'm not an urban planner. I just I had planned to put everything kind of out in the middle, and then found that I was just annoyed running back and forth to John every day. So I might move his shop and bring it closer to the landing area. So what I do with John is I made this chest or wooden crate and I keep it outside his shop because he's only open till 6. I think they changed that. He used to be open till 4, and that was terrible. I could never get to him before he closed. But even after 6 and on Sundays, I like to have that so that I can throw those in there. I'm just going to talk today. Okay, so shells sell for, a pretty good amount. This yellow wattle flower, that sells for kind of a lot for just a little flower, so I always give that to him. Except for 10 at a time, if you put them in your keg, it'll give you some energy juice. Bugs do really well and fish do really well. Also, I don't like these cooked giant drumsticks, so I always sell these to him. But that's just personal preference. I'll sell him the carrots separately because I want to see what they go for. And cooked fruit. I think it sells for double, and it also gives you double benefits. 22,000, not bad. Okay. Yeah, so bush lime, it says 2 health and 3 energy. If you cook these, it'll give you 4 health and 6 energy. Also, something I learned to do is sell your weapons and tools to him when they're... See how that you can't even see any green? This is like my next hit. It's about to break. So I sell it to him. And look at that. 3,125. So if you can remember, I would try not breaking your tools. And so this bush lime is what Fletch was talking about. That's her favorite. Let me see what my other... Berry 3 fruit. Okay. Oh, I just happen to have 3 fruit on me. Cool. So let me just bury these real quick. This works a little bit different than the planting. For burying fruit, you just dig a hole and drop the fruit in, cover it with dirt. Look at that little tree. Oh, also, this, I don't think, let me test it out. Yeah, so when I dug the hole, it created some grass seed. So you have to pick the grass seed up before covering everything up. Otherwise, the fruit will just stay on the ground. Oh, I forgot I wanted to sell a carrot to John and see how much that would get me. Let me run back in and do that. That's pretty good. Maybe I'll sell on the other 2. Oh, I'll sell these grass seed too. I'm not really doing anything with those. Okay. What else do I want to show you guys? Oh! I wanted to show you the mining areas. Oh, I hear attack music. There must be an alligator back there. Yeah, there he is. Or technically he's a croc, I guess. I'm a little iffy on combat here. I have trouble lining up, see? Open away. So I like to run away, wait until he turns around, and then get him in the back once or twice before he... He's still coming? I don't have the patience for this. There we go. I do that when I play Far Cry 2. Or Far Cry also, I mean. So I'm gonna head over here to the mining area. Yeah, so when I play Far Cry, you know how you like hide up on the hill and pick off everybody one by one? I try to do that, but I have no patience, so I usually end up just like running in, guns blazing. So it's obvious that these small rocks with the nodes sticking out have things in them. But if you see a big rock like this also has goodies in it. And you can tell because you hit the rock and everything moves. So I got some iron ore and copper ore as well as stone out of that. Oh, and here's more of that spin effects stuff. But let me find... So it's not just any bunch of big rocks like this one. That's not going to work for. And you can tell if you hit the rock and only the one rock moves. So it's just those like big... They all look the same. They're not like they're all different shapes or anything. Try and find another one. But yeah, these big groups of rocks, those are all, you know... What's that? Oh, it's a dog's tail. Didn't see the dog. Yeah, so these are all just big groups of individual rocks. Yeah, I don't see any more of those rocks. Okay, these are the flowers that I told you, I think I told you, sell for pretty much, and also make the wattle brew, I think it's called, and I think I have some on me. Yeah. So plus 25 energy. It looks like it gives you 10 minutes of fishing, mining, and logging. Okay, I ran back home because I wanted to fix some of my tools and also tell you about the museum. Let me see. I don't think I have anything for him. I don't. Okay. You get 100 permit points every time you donate something to the museum, so that's a really good way to get permit points once you get the museum built. So about tools, I have a repair table, but I don't have a repair kit, and I haven't really found a way to buy those yet. So I'll have more information about that later, but what I do is I go to John and I buy basic axes and basic pickaxes, and I just turn them into copper ones here. What am I missing? Oh, I can make an iron one. Oh, I have an iron pickaxe already. Great. Okay, let me see if there's any more of my tools that I need to upgrade. Okay, so I'll put the copper bar, copper bars back. So yeah, in Fletch's hut, she has this little travel suitcase, and I keep all my crafting items in here just so I'm not constantly running back over to my place. But I will run back over to my place because I got some ore while I was out. So let's see. Do I have enough? Yeah, I've got 30 pieces of tin here. So this is the first crude furnace. I gotta cook that crock meat. Place that. So you can put tin and copper in the crude furnace, but it can't take iron. And this bigger furnace, which I forget the name of, that does everything like twice as fast, and it takes your iron. This is the rock crusher. If you have regular rocks, you could throw them in there and it makes bags of cement. And if you get shiny stones, you can throw them in there. And it makes, it gives you, you know, whatever goodies. Might be inside the stone. Sometimes I get copper ore, sometimes tin ore, sometimes iron. I find this to be a little fiddly. That's not a critique of the game. Maybe it's just me getting used to the controller. It could be my controller just being fiddly. Okay, so I'm gonna stick the spinifex in here. This is where I keep all my like archaeology type stuff. These things, the bright wires, I wouldn't say they're rare, but I don't see them a lot. And if you see these, hang on to them because you need 8 of these for every radio tower that needs to be fixed. I think it also takes shiny discs, hot cylinders, possibly a contraption. I forget what else, but yeah, I found a tower like weeks ago in game, and I still don't have enough bright wires to fix it. And these keys, save these, and when you go down into the mines, in fact, I'm going to take them out of here and put them in my mining box because they open chests and rooms and gates in the mine. So you're going to want those. Which reminds me, things I take down into the mine are here, the wooden torches. You can carry one around, or you can bring a bunch and lay them down and they stay there and they help you to either find your way back or they just keep the rooms lit when you're not in them. So fruit salad is pretty good. 10 health, 20 energy. I'm not sure what that orange indicator is, but I don't really pay too much attention to the buffs at this point. I take fruit with me. I take the wattle brew because of the buffs. And so if you want health and stamina or energy, you can take this. 8 each cooked kwandong, I think it's called. I take that into the mines, but just for like normal everyday stuff, I take the cooked banana for energy and the cooked apple for health. That's nice after like an alligator or a crocodile has attacked you. And you still have energy, but you don't have any health. That's good for that. The bananas I eat all the time for energy. You find those in the tropics. Out here, these light green areas. And I'll run out there and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I had a little bit of an audio issue, so the rest of this is going to have to be voiceover. We are in the tropics now. I'm standing in the desert looking at the tropics. And just ahead of me, between those 2 palm trees, is a banana tree. Now getting up there, I wanted to show you guys anything over 2 stacks of shoveled dirt, you can't jump up, and I tried jumping over these rocks to get up there and it didn't work. But what you can do is, if in a situation like this where I'm looking at that guy around the corner and I'm trying to avoid him, I can just shovel some dirt out of one part of the wall, put it on another part to create a little step, and that gives me the 2 that I need to jump up into this area. So these are the banana trees. They look similar to the palm trees, but a little smaller. And I don't know if I mentioned before, these little turkeys that you see, the little guys aren't mean. They're not hostile, rather. And I accidentally killed one and they don't fight back. So yeah, I like grabbing these bananas and then cooking them up. And it gives me energy. And now over here, along the river in these tropics are the mangrove trees. And these give you your mangrove sticks that you need to build torches and for the cooked meat on a stick, which is the easiest thing to cook at the cooking station, in the early game at least. And they fell under the water, so you can jump in and then hit the dive key, or dive button rather, and then once you're down there and you float over it, it allows you to pick it up. Okay, now for fishing. You press and hold to cast, and then you see the fish will like nibble, 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 and then you wait for a splash at the same time as a nibble. What I did right there was I anticipated that he was gonna make the splash, and I reeled it in too soon. So you just click at first to reel it in and let the fish fight, and then press and hold, and then let it go when he fights again, and then press and hold. And just keep doing that over and over again. On the right, you see the little indicator that lets you know if he's going to get away. Another thing I wanted to show you was these jellies. You can just hit them with your spear, and if you collect 10 jelly and put them in a keg, it makes a drink. Now here you can see these little bubbles directly in front of me. They're very tiny. It indicates something on the bottom. You get that perk for buying the second level of fishing, and you just dive down and you can hover over them and grab it and jump out to escape. Okay, one quick thing, there's no pause in this game, so time is always ticking away. Just keep an eye on that. For an early release game, I'm not finding many bugs at all, definitely no game-breaking ones. I think it's a fantastic game, well worth the price. So thanks for being here. If you like this, please hit like. I plan to play much more, so please subscribe if you'd like to see more Dinkum, or if you'd like to watch my Stardew Valley Let's Play. I'll link to the playlist. Until next time, bye!